Hey, what's happening, guys? So today in this video we're going to talk about the best place to settle in Japan. So I got this question from BP-JI8NJ, and his question was, can you make a video on the best areas to settle in and how to meet people, etc., in your opinion, based on your experiences? Thank you. So thank you for that question, because it makes good content. So best place to settle in Japan. So I recommend living in and around the Tokyo area. So Kanto, the Kanto area is where I think is best to settle when you're just coming to Japan, right? So especially Tokyo. If you're the type of person who likes excitement, you like the nightlife, you like modern culture, you want to go to concerts and lives and peep the underground music scene, stuff like that, museums, fancy restaurants, nice shopping, all the festivals, then Tokyo is definitely the place for you, right? But you have to keep in mind, Tokyo can be expensive in terms of rent, in terms of having a car. And if you're the type of person who doesn't like taking the train, then yeah, maybe Tokyo is not for you, because owning a car in Tokyo can be very expensive. So Tokyo is my number one place I would say for people to try and settle. If you want to avoid the expenses, I suggest living around the Tokyo area. So that would include places like Saitama, Kanagawa, Yokohama, Gunma, Tochigi. So these places are close enough to Tokyo that you can get there if you need to, within 2 to 3 hours. My number one place I would suggest to live outside of Tokyo would be Saitama. From certain places in Saitama, you can get to Tokyo in like an hour or less, 45 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. That's the best situation, I think, living right outside of Tokyo in Saitama, right? There's also Chiba, which is where the actual international airport is, the biggest airport in Japan. Narita Airport. Biggest? Is that the biggest? Well, the most popular airport. Narita Airport is in Chiba. Tokyo Disneyland is in Chiba. So Chiba is another nice location. So the number one spot I would say to settle is in and around Tokyo. The second area I would suggest to live in is the Kansai region, in and around Osaka. So Osaka is another big city in Japan. A lot going on there. There's the USJ, nice nightlife, nice museums, nice restaurants, all that good stuff. Jobs, everything you could possibly want is there in Osaka. But again, Osaka is expensive, so you might want to live in and around Osaka, right? So maybe Kobe, maybe Nara, Kyoto. Kyoto can be a bit more traditional, and if you like the nightlife in terms of clubs and partying, it might not be there as much as Osaka or Tokyo, right? So that region, the Kansai region, in and around Osaka. So there's no perfect location like outside of Osaka, but they're good locations. You know what I mean? Like ideally you want to be in the city, but you have to be prepared to pay the city cost to be the city boss. You know what I mean? So the rent is more expensive in Osaka. Owning a car, just parking a car is more expensive. So you have to keep these things in mind. If you want to enroll your kids in international schools, they're more expensive in the big cities compared to like around the big cities. So keep that in mind. The third location I would say is Nagoya, and I've never been to Nagoya, but a lot of people have said that it's a very interesting and it's a developing city that has a lot of foreigners, and it's foreigner friendly. They have a lot of associations, organizations geared towards foreigners. So Nagoya, that's the third location. So for that location, I'd say try to live in Nagoya, right? Or close enough, like very close to Nagoya. That's another good location. And if you're the type of person who hates winter, the fourth place I would suggest is to live in Okinawa. I've been to Okinawa once or twice. No, once. But it's very nice. You know, they have the American base there, so there's events. There's a nice nightlife. It's more laid back compared to the main island, and of course they have the beaches. You know, unique food, a rich culture. I highly recommend Okinawa if you really don't like the snow and the coldness, right? So the thing is, these areas I've mentioned, like so the Kanto area in and around Tokyo, the Kansai area in and around Osaka, Nagoya, these places don't get a lot of snow compared to, like, you know, further up north like Hokkaido, Aomori Prefecture. So if you're the type of person who doesn't like snow, I highly recommend like going to Okinawa or even Shizuoka. Shizuoka is a nice area. I lived in Shizuoka for a bit, but it's a so-called countryside, a lot of the places in Shizuoka, but there's some decent cities like Hamamatsu, Shizuoka city itself, Numazu, but they're not big cities, right? So to recap, guys, the number one location I recommend is living in and around Tokyo. So if you can live in Tokyo, you have the finances, you don't mind taking the train, Tokyo is the place. If not, in and around Tokyo, so Chiba, Saitama, Gunma, Yokohama, Kanagawa, right? But ideally you want to be like the max 1 hour outside of Tokyo, so you can get to Tokyo, you can get to those nice events like coming up Jamaica Festival. You want to go there and not have to say like, oh man, I need to take 3 hours by train to get there. No, the most 1 hour by train, like 30 minutes even better, but like an hour outside of Tokyo by train is perfect. 45, 30 even better, right? So you can check how far the location is by going to trainroutefinder.com. I'll put the link down here so you can check, like, oh, I want to live in this city, check how far it is from like Tokyo Station or Shibuya or Harajuku. You know the places in Tokyo, right? So yeah, and again, the second place, Osaka area, Kansai area, in and around Osaka. Osaka is nice, can be expensive. Kobe is very close to Osaka, so I recommend Kobe. But just check the areas around, and again, you want to be like max 1 hour outside of Osaka, so you can get to the action fast, right? 45 minutes, 30 minutes, even better. Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, this is my opinion. Third place again, Nagoya. Nagoya is the rising star. The city is developing nicely. A lot of companies are there, a lot of jobs, a lot of foreigners, a lot of organizations and initiatives to help foreigners in Nagoya. So check out Nagoya. And my favorite, always the fourth, Okinawa. Okinawa is very nice, man. Beaches are nice, people are friendly, the culture is rich, the food is good, it's warm. And did I mention the beaches, man? The beaches are so nice, but be careful, they have some dangerous ass animals in the beaches, man, so be careful. The other question from BP-JI8MJ, how to meet people. So first off, be friendly, be nice, don't bite. But in every prefecture, in every town, there is like an international organization, or there is a language school. I suggest you enroll in a language school to learn the language, and from there you will branch off and meet people, right? You make friends with the teachers, make friends with other students, get to know their network, and from there you branch out. You can also go in the Facebook group, like if you move to a town like Saitama, check Saitama foreigners, see what's good, go to events, meet people, go to the clubs, go to the bars, go to museums. You can't meet people at museums. Well, you never know if you're good at meeting people. But yeah, first off, I would suggest going to the language schools. Yeah, that's the best place. And then checking the Facebook groups, going to the local events, being friendly, being open-minded, and just keep in mind that everything is a mindset. So you want to be like, have the mindset that I'm going to meet people and make friends, and you will do that. And I highly recommend trying to make some Japanese friends so you can learn the language faster. It's definitely a good thing to do, because a lot of people come here you know, they hang out with only foreigners and they speak in English all the time, so you don't learn Japanese. So I suggest getting some Japanese friends, right? But yeah, mindset, guys, mindset. So yeah, that's it guys. If you guys watching this and you live in Japan, tell me down below what or where do you recommend people settle in Japan, in your opinion. So this is all my opinion. Right now I'm living in Gunma. So Gunma is the rising star in Japan right now, in terms of, this is the town people are moving to. So people from Tokyo, you know, people from Yokohama, people from Chiba, all over Japan are moving to Gunma. Why? Housing is cheaper. It's easy to own a car because parking is cheap. Parking is a big thing in Japan. And the government is actually paying people to move to Gunma. So if you live in Tokyo, the government will pay you 1,000,000 yen to move here, plus 300,000 for each of your kids to move here. And there are a lot of benefits in Gunma, like in my town, Ota, children's school lunch is free. Also, children's healthcare is free. So there's a lot of benefits in going to towns that are rising. You know what I mean? Because they want to incentivize people to move to their towns. So keep that in mind, right? And I'm the type of person, yeah, I like the nightlife sometimes, but I'm 43 now. I've been there, I've done that. I've been partying since I was in like my early teens, since I was 12. So I really don't need the nightlife every weekend. If like there's a good event going on in Tokyo, I'll hop on a train. It will take me like an hour and a half, maybe less. But my Virgin mother Jamaican friend who lives here, he'd probably just drive and we just split the toll fee. It takes us no time to get to Tokyo, so that's not a problem. But I'm a more laid back kind of person. I like nature, I like being out in places like this. So that's why I'm here in Gunma, and my wife is from here. And I've just been here so long, it's like home to me. And housing is much more affordable. Rent is much more affordable. Like the rent here compared to Tokyo, sometimes it would double, triple the cost, right? Even car parking, the cost of parking a car in Tokyo can be extremely expensive, right? Same in Osaka, the cost of rent can be extremely expensive. Well, not extremely compared to other countries, but in Japan, when you compare to other places, right? So for example, my rent for like a 3-bedroom is 60,000 yen. That's cheap, right? In Tokyo, that would be like maybe double the cost, triple the cost, right? For that price in Tokyo, 60,000, you're lucky if you can find like a 1-bedroom, right? You probably could, but it would be like right on the edge of Tokyo, 1 room, your kitchen, you're sleeping in your kitchen, like that kind of vibe. So keep these things in mind. So I hope that answered your question, and keep in mind, this is my opinion. Again, if you have your opinion on the best places to settle in Japan, leave it in the comments below. All right, blessings.